As you can see that I'm running three VMs, Prometheus, node 1 and node 2. I'll be running Prometheus server on the left hand side, and on the right hand side I'll be running two nodes, node 1 and node 2. The first step would be to download the Prometheus binary from their website. And now that we have extracted the Prometheus tar file, I would like to show you the default configuration file for the Prometheus. It's in YAML format. Here you can see we have job name, script config, alert manager, all those things. What we'll do is we'll add the job name for node 1 with scrape interval 5 second and the static configs. Before that, what I would like to do is I'll just run the Prometheus and show you how it looks. This is the UI for the Prometheus. It listens on port 9090, as you can see here, 9090. And if we click on the status and scroll down to the targets, and right now it's only listening to the for the Prometheus node itself. What we'll do is we'll SSH into the node 1, and we will download the node exporter from the website, and then we will start it up. And before that we will edit the prometheus.yaml and add the node 1 configs. This is the default configuration for the Prometheus. Right now it's only monitoring the Prometheus itself on port 9090, but I would like to add the node 1, which we will be configuring and running the node exporter. And the node exporter by default listens on 9100. So let's do one thing. Let's start the Prometheus server for now. And now you can see in the under the targets we have two target. One is node 1 and other is the Prometheus itself. Right now it's showing down because we have to download the node exporter and then run that executable. Yeah, the node exporter is running. It's running on port 9100. Here you can see once we refresh, we have the endpoints up, and if you click on the metrics page, you see all the host related metrics. The node exporter basically collects the OS and the host related metrics, and we can also see this under the graph of the Prometheus and all these metrics. For the node exporter, it will have the prefix node underscore, and if we select the load average, we get the load average of the machine. We can also calculate the disk usage of host. I will show you how to do that. Here you can see we have file system bytes and available bytes, all those things. If we do execute, we get all the details. We can also exclude the particular type of file system and also include the particular file system. For here, for in this example, I will include the file type XFS, and if I run the query, it will only show the result for the that particular file system type. And we can also use mount pointer to get the result. Yeah, and also I've already created the query to get the percentage of the file system usage. Then we will set some alert if it exceeds above 65% or above 95%. We'll set a critical alert for 90% or the above, and then the warning alert for 65%. Yeah, now you can see that the available disk space is 92%, and if it is below 10%, then we'll set critical alert. Yeah, we will be using a binary called as AlertManager to trigger alerts. We'll also have to set some rules for disk usage. Here you see we have warning and critical alert. The warning alert name is warning disk space below 65%. The alert and under the alert manager.yaml, you can see that we will have the alert name which matches the name similar to the in the rules, and we'll also have the receiver, and the receiver will have the email address of the recipient who will receive the email. And I will be using the SendGrid to send email. I won't be talking much about SendGrid. SendGrid, you can sign up for free and you can send up to 100 emails. I think around 100, yeah, per day for free account. I'll be using the API of SendGrid to send email. I will now install Alert Manager on the Prometheus node. This is the default Alert Manager.yaml. I will replace this with the config which I have prepared. I will share those in the GitHub link. You can see there is a section called templates, but for this demo I have not used any template. You can find all templates online if you would like to change the default template. Now I will have to update the Prometheus.yaml and set the rules, and also under Prometheus.yaml I will also have to enable alerting. Alerting is currently in the same node, so I will use localhost and the port is 9093. Yeah, now we will have to create the directory called as roles, and then create the YAML for disk usage, and let's update the rules for the disk usage.yaml. Now let's start the Prometheus, and we should be able to see those two alert rules in the UI. Under alerts, you see the alert rules, critical disk space and warning disk space, and also under the status rules you should be able to see this alert rules. Yeah, alert, yeah. Here you can see the alert rules. I will also install node exporter on node 2. Yeah, I have also started node exporter on node 2. We will now update the prometheus.yaml and include node 2. Uh, Later I will create some random file so that the disk space fills up, and we should see those in alert rules turn red once the disk space is above 65%. You can see that the available disk space for node 2 is going down. We are generating some random file, so it's eating up the disk space. Now the disk space of our node 2 is 62%, and yeah, one of the alert rule triggered because one of the alert rules says if it is below 65%, then it should trigger alerts. This is what I wanted to show. Yeah. Next, what I would like to show is I will use Grafana to view the system metrics. We will install Grafana, and then we will see the graphs in Grafana. Let's install Grafana. I will disable SLNX. If you want to disable it permanently, you need to edit etc SLNX config and set it to permissive. Then let's update the repository, and then I do install Grafana. I will update this in the GitHub, and I'll share the GitHub location. I am running the Grafana on the same node where I am running Prometheus server. The Grafana UI is up. The default username password is admin. I will keep it the same, and I won't update the password. Let's add the time series database. For the Prometheus, it's HTTP. Since I'm running it on the localhost, it's localhost and 9090. The data source is working. I won't be building any dashboard. If you search node exporter Grafana, you will get some pre-built dashboard for the node exporter. We will import that. If you click on the link, you will get the ID. You just copy that ID and then import it in the Grafana. So here you just have to paste the ID and then load, and this will load the JSON file, and then we select the database Prometheus and then say import. Here you can see all the built-in dashboard for us, and from the drop down you can select the node and it will update the metrics for us. This is really good, and you can see that we have a lot of pre-built um, dashboard. Next step is to create the alert levels. Like if it is a warning alert, send it to the level 1, and if it's critical or severity is major, then send it to the level 2 or level 3 email groups. Here in the new template, what I have is I have the default um, receiver as level 2, and if it's a warning alert then it is level 1, and if it's critical it's level 3. So yeah, if you can trigger alert based on alert name, you can trigger alerts based on severity, you can also trigger alerts based on service. Right now here I'm using to trigger alert using the alert name and the severity. So you can see I have different receivers like level 1, level 2 and level 3. Yep. And yep. Yeah, I actually have to update the alert manager file by mistakenly editing the Prometheus. I won't save the changes, I'll just do colon Q and exit without saving, and then I will update the new YAML file for the alert manager, alertmanager.yaml. Now I will quickly install JMX exporter. I will also have to install Java on Node 1, and then I will download JMX exporter from the GitHub, and create the config file which is already available in the JMX exporter GitHub. I will run that. Uh, I have a small jar file which just prints hello Abhi, and I will run the JMX exporter against that, and it will collect the metrics for us. So you can later play around it with the JMX exporter, and you should be able to do more meaningful set meaningful alerts for your Java app. This is a small program jar file which just prints hello Abby world. What we will do is we will download the JMX exporter, and then we will run this jar again, along with that. And also we will also have to update the Prometheus.yaml so that the Prometheus um, can get data from the node 1 on port 8080. The config.yaml is nothing but the example YAML file which I took from the JMX GitHub. Yeah, you can create your own patterns. I just wanted to let you know that you can gather metrics of JVM using the JMX exporter. Here you can see that we are not seeing the JMX metrics. This is because we need to update the Prometheus.yaml and add the endpoint of this node 1 node to listen on port 8080. Sorry, to get metrics on port 8080. Let's add the this to the Prometheus.yaml. Yeah, this is the endpoint. Now let's see the metrics. You can see here you get the metrics for the JVM. If you like the video, please do subscribe my channel, and if you have any suggestion, please post it on the comment section. Thank you. Thanks for watching.